Yo, what up? Welcome back to another episode of You Know Who's Dope. It's your bro Maleko in the building. I got Joe Cutter with me.
Joe Cutter, motherfucker. Oh, man, episode 6. We got Madflex here. We're going to be talking...
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hello, my friend. We're going to be talking to Phillip Solo over in Canada. We're going to talk about a little total slaughter. We might backpedal and talk a little bit about Bola. There are a few things we left out. Shouts out to Fresh Coast, of course. Couldn't fucking do any of this without that platform. Hello, Lush. IGB. Art is not safe. Mummy Fashion Show. What's up, Ron? RMBVA. Battlefix. RPG. EatWhileYouSleep.com, which is Fredo's clothing line. TwoNinjasClothing.com, for fuck's sake. 408.com. Battleborn Clothing. Dirtbag Dan Show. Big Sky, a big supporter of the show, La Sparka, KOTD as a whole, all the UK homies, Marlowe, Shuffle, Most Prob, Toucan, Pamphlet, Definition, basically all the gay UK homies. The UVR family and ABQ Avenue, Third Leg, Ronnie, Ronzi, January Black, Cross, Dan K, Brittany P, Anitra, etc. Here we are.
I
All
like
right.
to think that begs the question, is it possible to have too many friends?
Well, you know, in this battleship...
That's a lot of shout-outs in this motherfucker right
It's
now.
a lot of shout-outs. Those are kind of that's just the tip of the iceberg of people that I have genuine love for and, have, been able to benefit off of their...
That's why people mess with you, Joe. That's why people mess with you. You're a good dude, man. That's why I mess with you, too. I've always been real supportive, and both of you guys always have, man. It's been cool. You know, it's like, appreciate you making the motherfucker feel welcome.
Well, you're more than welcome because you are a person of interest. And that's what we're trying to push on here, people that are up and coming, and for the most part, in your case, someone that I wouldn't even consider an up-and-comer, but that just deserves more shine, and in my opinion, could fucking hang with any of these, quote-unquote, top-tier cats. The best way I could sum up Mad Flex's style is a innovative spin on originality in battle rap. It's full package, mind-blowing shit, light years ahead of pretty much anyone they've put you up against. And
I appreciate that,
bro.
man.
It's your
I appreciate
time, man. So for what it's worth, we're getting our bearings and trying to push you as much as we can, bro. So here
Man,
we go.
thank you. It's been cool trying to get it all worked out, man. I'm doing my best.
You're doing a good job, man. And this brings me to this Battle of the Zay 3, man. You just announced on Facebook or Twitter, one of those handles, that you got a big match coming up, man. I know you probably can't tell us, but is it somebody that's kind of not really an up-and-comer, but a bigger name?
It's definitely a guy that, a lot of people have been saying for a long time that I should battle this dude, and I agree because I think stylistically we match up pretty well. It's, we both kind of go back and forth between a little bit of, sarcasm and just solid bars. And he's a good dude, man. He's a friend of mine, and if we could take it that far in this battle rap business, and I think it'll definitely, it has match of the night potential no matter who's on the card. It's just, if we both come with a solid A game, man, it's going to be a match.
Was he on any of the previous Battle of the Z cards?
No, actually, I don't think he was.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Was he supposed to be, but didn't?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could give much more information, but the good news is
he of African descent?
Look, the good news is that Dan is going to be, he told me he's going to be announcing it either Friday or Monday, so it'll be coming real soon, like in the next 2 or 3 days, you'll know who it is. So,
well, shit, this ain't going to be out for another, 5 days, bro.
Oh, well, then you'll know by then, I guess probably. So
I'm going to message your ass after this, and you're going to tell me, because you're in the circle of trust, bro.
I'll hit you with it, man. I'll hit you with it.
Fucking Mad Flex, glad to have you on here. So a couple of the things I wanted to get your take on, without taking up too much time, is a little wrap-up of Bola, maybe the highlights, and of course we have to talk about Total Slaughter.
Oh, shit.
people actually were hitting me up. Shouts to everyone, supporting the You Know Who's Dope show. We need more subscribers. I got people from Canada hitting me up. Enough people to where if you guys subscribe and maybe help push the page a little bit, that it can totally make a difference, and we will be less in the shadow of Dirtbag's beard.
You should co-sponsor through Dirtbag. Have him kind of like give you a little shout for some shine for some of the guys that are trying to make a name for themselves, as opposed to some of the top story type guys. It's like it's because it is a good platform. It's a good thing you started. It doesn't have the shine that it deserves yet, but that's why we kind of start out getting it moving. So
yeah, I think it kind of like goes hand in hand with the territory of what we're doing. It's only right that the underdogs are going to have a little uphill battle with this, but yeah, we're doing this shit, man.
Dan was one of the first guys to get me moving, like with the Battle of the Zay stuff. That was kind of where I started getting some shine. So he's actually one of the biggest supporters, of the people. I mean, he gave me an opportunity when not a lot of people were giving me opportunities. So it's like, hey, I mean, I bet he'd probably be on board to, help out with this stuff too. So
yeah, definitely. I've been hollering at him trying to figure out who he and Fredo are battling, so that I only put so much pressure on my brother in small doses. But
yes,
I mean, I'm going to be on there soon promoting me and Carter's battle, so that might be the time. So you were at Bola with me. We were hanging out. Very admirable that you came out. Had nothing to do with the event. You came out to spectate. What a great quality in a fucking battle rapper, man. A lot of these fools are going to sit at home all sour because fucking shit didn't fucking happen. And there's Madflex, fucking just out there for the fuck of it, man. We were politicking. I spent more time outside politicking with motherfuckers I ain't met than I did inside. But give me a little wrap-up of what you thought of day one and then day two.
Yeah, it was solid, man. It was real cool. I rolled out there with Am. Am's the homie, man. We went down there and, originally I was supposed to be on the card against Pariah, and that, got scrapped. So, it just turned into follow through with the plans and just make it happen. So we went out to the day one, which of course, I think you guys had talked about it before. It was in the cuts just off of what Chuco's Justice Center in Inglewood off of Crenshaw. So it's just, way out there. And it was actually surprisingly a really cool vibe for the night, man. A lot of people kind of just seemed interested in the whole culture and just getting it. I mean, I think it probably would have had a bigger turnout if, it would have been in a more central, typical spot like the basement or any one of those spots that, all the Fresh Coast events tend to get into. Right. But it was, in general, the night was I don't know, the room was so damn big and the ceilings were so high that some of the quieter battlers got a little lost in the ceiling and there was a big echo in the room. And so there was just kind of a weird vibe to the first night, but the battles themselves were pretty incredible. I mean, obviously I put you and Carter up there with some of my favorite battles I've ever seen in terms of funny, just quality battles. And I think it's going to translate really well to camera, as opposed to what I was able to hear in the room. So I was a little disappointed. I told you before that.
Yeah, after watching the the pay-per-view after the fact, that is totally there, the acoustics. And,
good.
A lot of people didn't know what to make of our battle. If you guys look, and I think this is fucking hilarious, but there's a clear spot where Carter's rapping where you see the homie Tony Madness and the real deal guy that I don't really know straight walk the fuck out of our battle. And to me, like, that's kind of what I'm aiming for, dude. Like, so, like, that was funny to me. And for however weird it may sound, shouts to them for doing that.
It's funny from a battler's standpoint, man. We always I don't know if you guys do that, but when you're watching your battle, you look around and try to look at the people's faces at certain lines.
Try to
and
gauge
shit.
how much they like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hit them up later like, "What's up? You didn't like that fucking bar?"
Yeah, you get all stalkerish on him. Hey, man, you just walk right out, start seeming like a creeper ex-boyfriend on them and shit.
I felt like day one looked like from the pay-per-view, man. Like, it seemed like day one was just only the rappers. So I felt like there was no fans there or something.
It was almost like the meet and greet before day two. I mean, we saw fucking Travis's face for a second there, And the first person I see is Big K. He looks me dead in my face and says, "You and Carter are the only reason I'm here."
Damn.
And which is dope, man. I love Big K. Shout out to Big K. That's an honor to even hear that from him. But and then the motherfucker disappeared. Didn't see my battle, so I missed his battle on purpose day 2, and I told him we're even now.
That's funny.
So I didn't get pistol whipped or nothing by Big Boy.
Yeah.
But, day 1.
But the rest are cool, man. Yeah, like I really liked. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Fredo, and I thought he went crazy against Oops. I met Oops at we all went down to the Inglewood Roscoe's at about 1 in the morning, where we were all sitting there eating some chicken and waffles, and fucking sure enough, like it was Daylight and Chilla Jones and some of them were all, and sure enough, Daylight gets into a squab with some dude that's out in the he's out in the front lobby, and Daylight actually started getting into it with some dude that was working at Roscoe's. So, there's like a scuffle going, and then finally, like Chilla and some other people come out to like calm it down. I guess some dude just, talking shit to Daylight, and he didn't realize that Daylight was rolling like 50 deep with a bunch of battle rappers. So it was, that was fun. Yeah, and I mean,
no one got hurt, or
no, it was just a little scuffle, and then everyone kind of, the other guys took off, and then everyone else ate. But back to the reason why I was even telling that is because I actually got a chance to meet Oops, and Oops is one of the coolest dudes I've ever met in terms of just a humble, good dude, just on his grind. He had mentioned in the battle that he had cancer and shit, and so but just a down-to-earth, ready to work kind of dude. I hope I see him again. I mean, I thought Fredo, got it in terms of lyrics and just in content in general, but Oops' performance was, he's a hell of a performer, man. He just put it out there and did really well, too. So I hope that one makes the main page. I guess Kingfly was saying some of those battles are going to go to the main page of the Ground Zero Showcase, and I think guys like Fredo and you and AM definitely deserve that shine, because you guys all put on.
Yeah, I just got this feeling, man. I just got this feeling around me that's telling me that that's exactly what's going to happen. But let's keep our fingers crossed, man.
Hope so.
Man, who I really liked on the day 1 card was Dre Vicious. His performance, man. I wasn't too stoked on Yak the Ripper. He was kind of just average for me, but Dre Vicious was hard, boy.
I actually missed that battle. I think I was outside fiddle fucking around doing God knows what, meeting weird Australian people.
Yeah, they moved the last 2 battles to the other room. It was actually a little better off because the ceilings were lower, so there wasn't so much of an echo. And Dre,
that's right.
Yeah, they moved it into the smaller room, and Dre killed it, man. He was dope. I thought both of them had, they were both performers, so it was cool. They were going at it, man.
Yeah, man.
No, I do remember that. Scratch that. I do remember that. I just had to shift through the blur of that weekend real quick. That room should have been where the whole battles were.
I agree.
AM and Automatic Ray had a really dope battle. That was in that room, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think took that, man? I mean, in your opinion, that was a good battle, man. They were pretty evenly matched there.
I think it's going to definitely be kind of a preference choice. I thought, Automatic had some punches that, like, I forget. It was like the punch about the, like, I have one gun and I will shoot you with it type shit. And that put me, I mean, I was laughing at that shit. But I thought AM was styling on him pretty hard. I thought AM pretty much edged every round, but I would totally understand why someone could argue, the contrary, because, Automatic Ray is dope. I mean, it was like that match specifically in terms of the back and forth factor, I thought was, if you put that on day 2, I thought that one deserved day 2 a lot more than, Lex Luthor and Active. But, when it comes down to
that would have been good on day 2.
Yeah,
that one would have been
that would have went over well. And Fredo's too, you think about like all the bars that just kind of went into an empty room and, as opposed to day 2 where it was just people waiting for those kind of bars. I think both those matches really would have,
One of my favorite bars Fredo said in that was basically, saying what you just said. If it was on day 2, it would have been a whole different story.
Yeah.
The Lex Luthor thing, shouts to Lex Luthor. It's funny because throughout the day, he must have asked me a dozen times. He's like, why is my battle on day 2? And finally I looked at him and I just said, daylight. That's why, bro.
Yeah.
Active's good, but Active should be in GZ, you know what I mean? Like, he's still, you know, not that fucking sharp, man. And that's where we see the real life monster of these politics. It's whatever, dude. Like, good for them for riding that.
You know,
shit, man. But
Lex
though,
man. Because Lex, like, I was surprised. I mean, I'd never met Lex before. That boy, like, he was going around, you know, after the battle and during the battle, and, you know, he's got a nice, healthy ego. This dude goes into the match, and I thought he outwrote Active pretty, like, he had a solid pen game, but this fool goes into the match with a karate gi on because he told me, he's like, yeah, I went into it with his gi because he doesn't have any pockets to get checked and shit. And
pockets on those.
But I don't know. There's that line, you know. He's got that. He's a young dude, and he's like, you know, when you know, Active is over there with his, you know, fucking gang handshakes with this dude, and fucking Lex is like, hey, fucking nice handshake, dipshit, or something. I'm like, man, there's a fine line between being in a rap battle and, you know, pissing off a bunch of Crips. It's like, you should probably kind of tone down the disrespect a little bit, because you're in enemy territory. So I don't know, but yeah, he definitely got it as far as I'm concerned. He took the match.
Yeah, I don't know that dude, but he's killing it, man. I mean, you hear all about him, man, for sure.
Yeah, Lex is he's a fucking hustler, man. He's doing what a lot of us are trying to do, just utilizing every league based off the recognition from, you know, the big stuff on KOTD. I've been riding with Lex. I find myself standing up for that dude probably more than I should, but there's just something about the whole assholeism in him that I just could relate to. He's just kind of that quintessential New York kind of dude, man. I think, you know, they just have that, man. They're just kind of, there's a certain arrogance about it, but the dude shows nothing but respect, and he was cool, man. I mean, you know,
he and Young B apparently were like Twitter beefing, because you know, after Young B's whole explosion on you know, Aspect and Lush, you know,
that was awesome, by the way, man. I love that.
It was crazy. You know what? Being there live was real uncomfortable.
Awkward.
Like, these motherfuckers. Yeah, but apparently, yeah, Lex had mentioned he wanted to battle Young B, and I'd love to see that battle. I think that'd be a great battle.
Young B would fuck him up, dude. I'm sorry. Young B is the dude.
I was going to say, because from where, I mean, you know, if that's the perspective Young B is looking at, he's going to obviously think the same thing about Lex. He's going to look at Lex as a step back.
Yeah.
If we're looking from where the ego is, you know, we all have mandatory ego in this, but there are certain points where they kind of just cross the line. I don't know, man. Like, I'd love to dumb on fucking Lush and Aspect a whole bunch. You know? Just, I don't know, protocol, man. Fools to get fucking repercussions and shit. So,
well, just what you're talking about right now is kind of the tail of the tape. You know, really, it's, you know, the fact that Lex, you know, in all the work that he's done and whatever, I mean, he pretty much, he took an easy L to Megadeth as far as I'm concerned. And then all of a sudden he goes from not being on the card to being on the day 1 card to being on the day 2 card. And I think that's what gets a little frustrating for some people, is because a guy like you know, guys that put in this work and battle consistently and just kind of take the names given to them. You know, it's tough to be constantly like trying to get these right matchups that are going to get you to the next level and putting on your best performances. And then all of a sudden you see him get that jump, and what's the difference is kind of the question. You know, what's the difference between Lex getting this jump from day 1 to day 2 after losing to Megadeth and being on the world domination card, and a guy like you who's, you could have arguably you've defeated Reverse Live and some solid dudes that, you know, are good competition, and you're waiting in the wings for your chance. So it's like, you know, hopefully those opportunities come and the politics don't kind of stay on that level. And, you know, hopefully it's just kind of an oversight, and we'll see what happens.
I think carving the own lane is the way to go, man. Just kind of keep ties with who can help keep you afloat, as long as there's some mutual respect in there. And you know, Lush is into my silly fucking vision, so he's for what it's worth, he helps me out. So now I'm just trying to help everyone else out, man. Like, big stage is fucking is in big quotations at this point. And top tier is very questionable, but there's still weird fools out here, and you even fall into that because you're doing something that's so different yet so original that it's just fucking kind of like destroying a lot of these big dudes' fucking planets, dude. So we encourage you to please keep at it.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, man.
Pressure of the politics, just fucking hindsight that shit and fucking keep doing shit because you are the shit, man.
Thank you, man. The goal is just to kind of keep the resume high because, I mean, I came off the reverse live battle. That one's, shouts to RMBBA because they're always, kind of, supporting and that battle is up for Battle of the Year. It actually won, Best Battle of April on RMBBA, so that one will be up against all these amazing battles and all these...
You in reverse.
Yeah.
Dope,
so
man. Dope battle.
That was cool. And then, Pariah last week. So I'm hoping I'm getting these... At least the names are there, and, I had a good show against Pariah, so I'm hoping that it all kind of,
Perfect self-segue. Give us a little summary of that. First question, was I mentioned?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he said anything about you.
He didn't say anything about me.
No. He was actually, the funny thing, I hear a lot about Pariah. He was a good dude to me. I didn't really have much of a problem with him, so I let other people have the problems with him. But the battle itself, most of the people that came up to me afterwards said I got it either 3-0 or 2-1. He had a slip in the first round, and it was funny because he had done a freestyle about how I was outside practicing for 30 minutes, and then he choked. So it was kind of like.
Was it like normal Pariah? Was there some progression from where we last seen him? Did he?
Yeah, you know what? He did. Yeah, he did. I felt like he was trying to style a little bit. He had a little bit more style than I'm used to from Pariah because his content is always golden, But I think people have their misconceptions, or not misconceptions. In your case, you have history with him, so I won't call it misconceptions. But people have their preconceived notions of what Pariah is all about, and you could see it in all these little battles where he gets mentioned as being kind of like, oh, we don't have to hear Pariah rap, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, he did good as far as I was concerned. He seemed, he was cool with me, and I don't really have any problems with him. But, if you ask me how it went, I thought I got him. You could argue, that he did pretty well the second and third, but the footage, here's the worst part about it. The footage is probably going to be completely lost because this dude is, they didn't even bring cameras to this event. This event was so under, marketed. They didn't bring cameras. I had to make the flyer for the event to kind of make sure it was marketed.
Damn.
And so basically, this dude comes in with a phone and he films it on his phone and he's switching it from portrait to landscape. So you know how when you switch from portrait to landscape, the shit just is shifting over and over again. This dude is just shifting. And shouts to Peyton Cash because he was the one doing it and he's a good dude. But the footage I'm pretty sure is going to be shifty because of that. And God bless the guy for putting in the work on absolutely for Peyton Cash not being Peyton Cash. And, taking that job on when nobody else would. So, he kind of salvaged the fact that we were able to have footage at all. But, and then
shouts to Peyton, though. He's a good dude. I like
he
that
is
guy.
a good. I just met him, man. He's a cool guy, man. We went to liquor store.
He can definitely get very overbearing at times, but he's a good kid. Real funny guy.
Dude,
yeah,
what was this event all about, though? I don't understand.
So
it was
we need to see this footage, man. Fuck.
Is
Madflex gonna have to step in and save this shit again, like he did with that other thing?
That's why I kind of feel like, I'd love to mess with King of Dot more, and I hope that they're kind of looking out and seeing that I'm trying to do some stuff to keep things moving in the right direction, and that's my hope for that. But when it really comes down to it, I've had some bad luck with them, and so I've and I don't blame them for that. But this specific event was kind of an afterthought, and not much went into it. There was about 20 people there, and the event itself was actually only 3 battles and then a bunch of ciphers, and then we all sat around watching the Total Slaughter event. And so, a dude, Urban, it was Urban against this dude, Crucial Ken, who was another dude who deserves a lot of shine. He's from originally Kentucky and then moved to Texas. And I actually ended up filming that battle because the other dude shit was charging, because Payton's shit was charging, so I had to do it on my phone. And,
what a clusterfuck.
But yeah, but that like Crucial Ken is a cool dude, man. He came out, did really well against Urban, who everyone knows Urban is the truth. So solid battle, man. And so hopefully Crucial Ken, you should check him out, give him some shine. Crucial Ken, yeah.
What was the third battle, man?
The third was supposed to be Diesel and Sonic Soundwavius, and then Sonic canceled, and then it was supposed to be Diesel Ohms, and he canceled, and then it turned out being Diesel versus Foul Father.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
everyone's favorite local Oaklander, and
everyone's favorite fucking GM threatener.
Twitter, Twitter on deck. But he's
threatener.
You know what? I mess with Foul, though. I'm going to be honest. I mess with Foul. He came out and freestyled and had some dope freestyles and actually got people excited about the match. He ended up getting in Caustic's face, and because Caustic cut his time off. And so Caustic was like, time, because, there comes a point where you're freestyling, you're like, you just got to stop. And so Caustic was like, all right, it's time. And then, he's like, who are you to stop my time? And then he goes in on Caustic for a while. And because, they were Twitter beefing. Man, Foul is a loose cannon. That boy don't give a fuck.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the twist. He was one of the nephews, bro. He's the most uncontrollable motherfucker.
No, he is.
So basically, it got to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm not going to help you, bro. You're going to fucking make me look bad. But this funny-ass shit, dude, Aspect retweeted a picture of an ass, of a female's ass that Foul Father posted, and this fucking ass looked like it had been an ashtray for the past decade.
I don't know. That was cool.
But no, man. No, I mean, I went on record and was like, bro, you can't treat people like this and blah, blah, blah. And then he stopped fucking with me, and now I'm here and he wants to battle me and shit. I'm like, kind of holding off on the nephews, man. I'm trying to bring out the fucking weirdos. Henry Bowers is in my fucking crosshairs, and he's in there, too. So I'm going to work on that.
That'd be a great battle.
See if that could fucking happen. Yeah, I'm going to outbeard that motherfucker. What are you looking at? I live here, bitch.
That would be solid world domination match right there, actually. That'd be a good opportunity for you to get up on that main stage and in front of a bigger crowd. I think that'd be solid.
Yeah, I just connected recently with, God, I can't say, I will shout them out when I fucking figure their name out. The same people that, they manage a whole bunch of cats out there in Canada. I guess Lo Pesci's one of them. I think her name's Teresa, the chick who runs the shit, but she's going to look into what exactly I would have to do to be able to get past that border. I mean,
you're expunged though, aren't you? Like, are you kind of like?
I'm not expunged, but it's been like a long time since I've had charges and shit. But I mean, I've tried to cross that border before, dude, and like the slightest little abscess or blemish you have on you, if they don't like your face, you get to watch your friends cross the border, and then you get to get extradited.
Yeah, they held me and AM up for a long time, and we didn't have any problems.
Y'all fucking drove out there and shit.
You know what? And I did it because I didn't want to deal with those problems at the border and get turned back around, and a lot of people did. That event fell to shit, and that was why I did it, because I'm like, if I got problems at the border, I want to be able to deal with them and just kind of sort it all out. And sure enough, they're like, you guys have any guns? Or how do you guys know each other? What's going on? Blah, because they're serious about it. We had no problem getting back in the U.S. Probably, we're citizens, but they're just like, all right, go. Okay.
Man, you went out to Canada and battled Ellipsis. Like, overall, what was your experience with that, and how did you come about getting that battle and stuff?
Oh, well, La Sparka is the one who kind of, I just got into contact with. I just wanted to go to Canada, man. Because to me at this point, I'm not as concerned about views. It's like, I'd rather battle dudes that inspire me to go, or I want to travel my ass off. I feel like I want this battle rap shit to be a tool for me to kind of just expand my living experience. I want to go out, see what there is to see, meet some new people, just enjoy the world. And, my first opportunity to go to Canada, I was like, I'm going to take it. And, unfortunately, it wasn't my favorite performance. I thought I did pretty well the first two, and then, the 17-hour drive just, caught up to me, and I wasn't happy. But, shouts to Ellipsis. He showed up, did well, and I was happy with the whole experience, man. It was really a cool experience to just go up there. I've never been to Vancouver. It was beautiful up there. Sparka treated me real well. They gave they set the hotel up and free beer for the whole night, and so it was good experience. I would definitely recommend anybody that has the opportunity to go to Vancouver to get up there through La Sparka, because he definitely treats you well, and the events pop up there, man. They have like a pretty solid built-in crowd of people, and they react real well to it. So I had a great time in Vancouver, man. I'm definitely trying to get up there again. Take it a little more serious this time.
Shouts to Sparka, man. These fools be putting nights in my side every other month or so, inviting me out there.
Yeah.
The thought is what counts in the scenario, I guess. But once I figure that shit out, I'm gonna go out there and fucking fuck with someone like Rupert Common or whatever kind of. They got more weirdos out there for me.
Dude, you and Cody the Catch would be a fun one. I think.
They tried to do that. That'd be good. And he's gotten to a good level to where he can fucking hang with me too. So that's cool. And he's a fucking pretty shitty drug addict too. Madflex, as quick as possible.
Yes.
Answer these questions. Your favorite battler at the time?
Oh, right now? I'd probably say just on principle, like JC. I like JC a lot.
Dope. Same here. I agree. Okay. Would you ever consider doing a concept battle? If yes, what kind of concept?
Like what? Like wrestling bar type concept shit?
Anything. Bro.
You know what? God, I don't know. I think yes, sure. I mean, I might consider it. I don't take myself so seriously that I'm that concerned about like maintaining the integrity of my battle raps. Fuck it, if it's fun, man, we'll do it. But yeah, as far as a concept, shit. Yeah, you could do some random shit, movie bars, sitcom bars, fucking anything. Like sports bars are always good to me. Everyone knows I'm gonna throw in a sports reference or two.
Right. Okay. Which up and comer do you recommend we showcase in a future episode?
I don't want to leave anyone out, but there's obviously a lot. Like, I'm a fan. Obviously, Maleko, knows about Laughingstock. You guys had a good, match with Laughingstock. I don't think Laughingstock gets nearly enough shine, and he's going up to Battle Ellipsis in Vancouver this weekend with AMM's going up there to battle Pigsty, and so they're all going to go up there and battle. I want to see Laughingstock get some shine, so I hope he does well up there. I know he's been a little tired. Obviously, SM is the homie. Crucial Ken I was telling you about is doing real well. I wish I had like a list in front of me, all the dudes that kind of were available. But the up and comers, if I'm going way down, there's a lot of guys. Young One is good. He's solid. The homie from Power and Respect. There's a couple. I want to see more of Override. Override is solid.
Override's getting there. He's getting there. I battled Override when he was Justin Bieber.
Right.
Dude, Madflex is like perfect for the show. We got to have him on here more. You've managed to get to all the segues down to the Laughingstock and the Peanut. So we covered that. That's great. God, man, Laura Tarsi, Mystique, or Brittany, bro?
Oh God.
Brittany.
You know what?
I
don't know. In terms of look,
sex, motherfucker, sex.
You know what? I'm gonna take it, man. But I'll bite and I'll say, you know what? I like Laura Tarsi before the lips, and but the lips kind of did it, put it in the, kind of like, I don't know, when it just looked a little bit too different for me. But I don't know. I don't mess with battle rap chicks, man. Like I pretty much. I got my life outside of battle rap, and I kind of veer the other direction.
No, you're safe, bro. You're safe. But Brittany destroys their planet.
Yeah, I choose Brittany.
Bro, you know what though? You know what about Brittany though? I had a chance to meet Brittany. That's Fingers girl, right?
What?
What? See, the thing about Brittany that I didn't realize is that I tend to like smaller girls, and Brittany's a damn Amazonian brick house. That shit that like Rick James was singing about. She's hella tall and she's, a thick, big woman, and that's, that works, for a lot of people. For me, I like them small, so it's all a preferential thing.
Any of them can get it, man. You just got to work that machine.
You know what? Madflex versus Fingers. Actually, that's kind of a good battle there.
That'd be a solid battle, man. Fingers, I met him up in I met Fingers up in Vancouver too, in the hotel. They all had a hotel room where fucking who was it? It was Notes and Poe Rich we're like on the 4th floor, and Poe Rich is like getting pissed off at Notes, and Notes is like getting ready, like he's telling Poe Rich he's gonna throw him out the balcony. This shit is wide open. Like he seriously could have lifted fucking Poe Rich up and thrown him out. Notes is the craziest motherfucker I ever met in this battle rap shit. But yeah, I met Fingers up there at that party, and Fingers is he's a cool dude, real down to earth, good dude, man. I wouldn't mind battling him at all.
Yeah, that'd be good, man. Hey, really quick, man. How'd you even get into battling, bro?
Basically, I never really did much with, all of the early stuff of, WRC. I always watched stuff, but I used to just battle in my own small little bubble, man. I grew up in Pittsburgh, and so I grew up kind of going to smaller shows and coffee shops doing, like, open mic freestyle battle stuff, like out in Pleasant Hill. I remember I used to battle. There was a group called Forensic Science out there, and they used to always battle at the coffee shops and shit. And so I would just go there and just
shouts to Zen House.
Right, so like, yeah, I used to just be out there, and so they'd be out and they'd run these open mics, and so I'd fuck with that a little bit sometimes, and I just battle at house parties. We used to go over to the city and like City Night Sound Factory, Club X back in those days and shit. And, they'd have shit pop off there once in a while. And so, I mean, it's always been my first passion, man. It's what I've done, like, as long as I can remember. So it's like I've never been new to this shit, but I've never really been involved in the scene, the big thing. And there just came a point where I was like, man, I want to get this shit going and do it. And eventually I got into audio battles where I was, like, battling online, like, over beats and shit. And I got into this tournament with 32 people, like the Newgrounds Knockout Tournament, and I won the shit. So I was like, man, I want to take this to the next step. So that was when I got into it and hooked up with Malathion. He's like, hey, I'll give you a match here and there. And so he got me set up with that first one that I got, and it's, just been going from there.
Make sure you guys check out all Madflex's battles, please, especially that one verse reverse live week.
That's a good one. Maybe you could skip a couple. You could skip my first one. And,
No. Watch all of them. Don't watch all of my battles, please. None of the grind time ones.
Hey, I've never seen a bad Joe Cutter battle, man. You guys are good. And Maleko too, man. I appreciate all the the support. You've been supporting since day one. I remember the first time Maleko ever left a comment on one of my battles. He was like, Madflex is dope, but he's just too fucking arrogant. No one's gonna like him and shit.
Yeah. That was at the Straight Gas, and man, that was the only thing. I was like, this fool's real dope, but you came across like you were already like a top tier motherfucker, and I was like, I think that rubs people the wrong way.
Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. Madflex was one of my votes. You voted for me in my battle with Denter. Had some criticism. That was good too. For some reason, I thought you were Canadian. I don't know if it was because that Newell kid was around. Like, is he a Canadian? But Madflex has been around forever. Madflex knows about my old group and all that shit. He's a fellow historian.
Yeah, I mean it's always just kind of like been on the outside looking in, and there came a point where I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to get into this shit. So, I'm glad I did, man. I'm having some good times and traveling and seeing people, meeting a lot of cool folks, man. It's cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
we gonna make sure we keep you around, man. Thanks for chiming in, man. So next time we will definitely have you on again too, because you're one of the most well-spoken cats that we've had on here.
Yeah, it's a fun time, man. Like, thanks for having me on, and I appreciate it, man. I'll definitely see you guys real soon, and probably if not before Battle of the Zay, I don't know. I might head out to this Team Backpack Cipher tonight.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was just bitching about how Ben should have been on that motherfucker, but we'll get into that later. It's good talking to you, Brian.
Definitely, man. Thanks for having me on, folks.
All right, brother. All right. Peace and respect.
Right,
Later.
Yes, sir.
Phillip Solo will be calling in pretty soon here.
Oh, nice. All right. We got Phillip Solo right after Madflex. We're fucking going big on this episode.
Good news, man. Madflex, like I said, real innovative, original spin on this battle rap shit. He's one of the dudes that I can guarantee you we'll be seeing a lot of and will grow further into an enormous problem.
Yeah,
I'm never battling him. Never.
Oh, shit, I'll fuck. Dude, I think I don't know what you think about the whole thing, like, but I feel like, man, I've been trying to step up my, like, just sweating people online and kind of talking more shit, because I've always been super nice and shit, and I feel like it's been working against me. And so I'm trying to call fools out. I'll battle Madflex. Shit, I'm saying it when he's off the phone. What's up?
Now that he's gone. Nah, man, I mean, you dip your foot in the water. I found many a feet of my own in my mouth from maybe saying too much. But you kind of learn a happy medium to talk shit, to where it's not crossing any crazy line. I mean, at the end of the day, this is something that requires a great amount of confidence. So you just kind of got to find a happy medium, considering politics and all that shit. For instance, no one's going to go around, dropping bars about how Big T passed away or feel good. There's an unspoken fucking respect about a lot of things, and over time, you just kind of learn that. It's just kind of common sense. At the end of the day, you got to find that balance of being an egotistical fucking narcissist in this battlefield here.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, you know what I don't like? I wonder what you think about this, but it kind of bothers me when fools are in the middle of their round, they're just rapping, and then there's a crowd reaction, and they stop, but then they kind of pick it back up halfway through the line they've already said, and they end up kind of repeating themselves. That kind of bothers me, man. Can't you just pick it up where you left off, man,
Yeah, I've done that a couple times, and I mean, a lot of it is they feel like they're cutting out a part of their scheme that their ending line is going to depend on, or something like that. But you're right, it does. It just feels awkward. It's just like, all right, backpedal real quick. Here's some productivity real quick, and I'm going to come back to it. It just feels weird, bro. Like,
I got Phillip Solo calling right now. Hold on one sec, bro.
Get that little fucking hobbit on the line.
All right, hold up. Joe, we got a special guest in the building, homie. We got Phillip Solo on the line.
Phillip Solo. What's up, Phillip Solo? Representing...
Cutter. We're stealing you. Pause.
Edmonton. Wait, where are you from? Alberta.
Yeah, I'm from a little town called Edmonton. That's correct.
He's from the same town as that guy, Wise Guy, the kid who throws broccoli and has...
Didn't I battle him?
You battled him. It was excellent.
I think that happened.
I want to talk about that battle, man, but I think we should just get into it. First of all, Phillip Solo, one of the Canadian up and comers, man. He's got a few. I don't know how many PY battles he got, but at first I didn't dig your voice, man. It was kind of weird, but I think Joe kind of got me on board, and I checked you out a couple more times, and I like what you're doing, dude. Much respect.
He got you on board with the voice?
He got me on board with Phillip Solo, man. I'm riding with you, man.
Yeah, I get that a lot, man. People just aren't down with my angry squawking for some reason, man. I don't know what.
But it has this way of growing on people. Phillip Solo is someone I put a lot of investing in. The wing is so secure over the kid. I've basically adopted this little Canadian hobbit here.
Cutter is my dad, basically.
The voice. Don't be nothing with the voice. Keep your voice the way it is. As bad as rape is, if that's what you're going to do in your battle raps, by all means, just do it in a Phillip Solo way, which you do. He makes amazing music. I don't know what I'd call you. I think a naive person would say you're kind of on a horrorcore tip, but I would say you're just kind of on...
Sort of horrorcore, but I try to be, like,
drug binging,
clever about it. I'm, a little bit sarcastic about it.
It's real druggy, it's rapey, it's a knife, there's knives involved, and he's a crazy little maniac, little fucking killer hobbit.
Hey, where can people get your music, bro? Like, what's your, your Bandcamp or something?
phillipsolo.bandcamp.com, bro. Or just type in Phillip Solo into YouTube to listen, watch a video, whatever.
He's got a dope video called Free Drugs you should check out. He did a song with Smack the Ripper that's pretty dope, too. Phillip's, he never wears pants in his performances either. So,
yeah, dude. I have these, I just started getting booked for, like, shows at, like, the bigger clubs in town, and I'm wondering if, like, you know what I mean? How much I should censor myself, if I should take
Fuck 'em.
Clubs here.
Fuck 'em. take your fucking pants off.
Fuck 'em, right? That's what I'm saying.
Make sure you got like rolls of quarters on deck and a soft
They're gonna see these hairy legs, bro. They're gonna see these hairy legs in 3D, bro.
Show them your skeletons, Philly. Philip has a battle coming up. What is it?
First Saturday.
What's the event called?
It's just like the Edmonton stop of the King of the Dot squad tour or whatever.
And there'll be like a battle with notes, you said, and
yeah, I'm battling some fag named Resurrect.
Resurrect.
Fag name, Dirty Harry. Oh, Resurrect, you mean?
Shots fired.
Hey man, how did you get into battling, bro? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, how'd you get into it?
Interesting. I don't know. I guess the very simple answer, bro, is like somebody posted Cannabis versus Disaster, and I like never watched a battle ever, and I clicked on that shit, and at first I was really confused. I was like, what is this little midget dwarf talking about faggot blood? And I almost turned it off, and then Disaster started, and I was like, oh, like, this is tight as fuck, and I should try this. And also, like, I don't know, bro, it's a good way to promote my music, basically.
Yeah.
Which are similar motives for a lot of us in this fucking weirdo lane. Your music is fucking worthwhile, so that trickle-down effect...
Thanks, man. Yeah.
That trickle-down effect will work well for you. For some reason, I thought this battle was going down at that first offense thing where we said, where we mentioned Laughing Stock is going to battle Ellipsis.
Yeah. What do you guys think of DDSS versus Poe Rich? What are your bets on that one?
Poe Rich, because I'm just a fan of Poe Rich.
Yeah? DDSS is clever as fuck, bro. He's like one of the most clever, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Ground Zero, especially.
I like how Poe Rich rises to the occasion, and you can tell that he's still got that fire in him that makes him kind of maybe acclimate to his opponents. I like Poe Rich. I like his performance versus Disaster.
No, Poe Rich is tight. Yeah.
DDSS is clever. I just don't know what it is. I'm just not sold yet, I think. But I do think he's got some Pigsty and my fellow San Jose head AM will be battling soon. I'm looking forward to that. Our little buddy Lex D and Cody the Catch, and Apos and Blasphemy. But
I know neither of them.
Yeah, me neither.
I know Apos, he's cool. I think I know Blasphemy. I think he goes by a different name or something. Or runs the league. I think he might run the league with that fucking weirdo cattle prodded himself. Funeral Nick.
Funeral Nick runs the league, bro?
No, not Funeral Nick.
Okay, I thought you meant he ran the league, bro. Like, Funeral Nick can barely function.
Fuck that league, dude.
A little cliff note here. When me and Philip, when we talk on the phone and touch base, we spend a good amount of time painting scenarios about this Funeral Nick guy and how phenomenal this fucking guy is in terms of...
That's a very diplomatic way of putting it.
Really stupid things and has just no lyrical prowess to back up any of it, and it's just like, it's the epitome of someone just lost in a world of I think I can do it, and I'm gonna do it. I somehow have the means to do it, and I don't know, man, I think it's funny in that aspect, but in a big way, it's hard for me not to look at it is this guy fucking making fun of us? This isn't a joke to this.
No, I think he's just trying to be daylight by electrifying his leg, bro. I think that's what he's.
He's not good enough to do the shit he does. You know what I'm saying?
He's not good enough to breathe around anyone, around the worst rapper ever. He can't share the same breath.
Well, he had an epic clash with Little G, and me and Cutter sing these praises for sure, bro. Little G.
Yeah, shouts to Little G. It's amazing that circus folk is crossing over into battle rap, man. It's just a testament to how limitless this shit is. We got gay people in there now. We got Carter Deems and his cats. We have transgender rappers. We have people with cerebral palsy. There was a little nugget in a wheelchair that battled Dirt. I think he may have, his name is Dia. Look that Grind Time battle up.
I didn't know about any of these, man. The wheelchair, the fucking palsy.
Here we are, bro. The Cutter, the historian, Cutter S. Thompson.
Phillip, man,
For days.
your battle with Wise Guy, man. Tell me, like, how you felt about that.
Alright,
Were you
should we get into
surprised?
it?
Were
Yeah.
you disappointed?
Amazing,
Like, what was
amazing.
that?
Yeah.
So good.
You kind of want to hear about how it went down?
Yeah, I just want to get your take on that, man. Were you, like, pissed that he just
Get
fucking...
my take on it?
Yeah.
Well, I love watching my performance, bro. I think that's hands down my best performance. But it was obvious. It went wrong, bro. It should have been on ground zero. It should have gotten like 3 times the views and shit. I understand Wise Guy isn't doing like too well in life in general, so I'm not like too fucking mad about it. Basically, bro, like I practiced my dick off because he was like kind of my first semi-medium tier whatever opponent. And, like, I showed up. I've been practicing, like, all day outside the venue. He rolls up in a cab 5 minutes before we're supposed to battle, bro. And this wasn't even scheduled. Just, like, by chance, he showed up 5 minutes beforehand.
What do you have with him?
He had nobody. He literally, like, rolled up in a cab, and he came out. He was in the fucking wife beater and the sweats. And I'm literally the only person outside because I'm practicing for him while, like, everyone's watching battles inside. And he, like, walks up. He's like, "Oh, what's good, man?" And, like, definitely the first thing I noticed was that he had a very strange odor about him. It was like...
Can you describe the odor, please?
It was a bit like beer-coated shame. And, like...
Oh, I know that smell. And steaming.
Yeah, and
or the condom remnants, maybe even.
Yeah, and later, a mutual friend said that he was telling Wise Guy to come faster, and Wise Guy said he was busy getting a blowjob or something. So that's just a testament to how seriously he took this.
Wow.
So,
well, I mean, in all fairness, blowjobs are pretty fun, bro. So when did he acquire the broccoli? He had a bag of broccoli.
He had the broccoli. He walked up. He came out of the cab with a bag of broccoli. I didn't even pay it any mind because I was like, is this dude even going to show up? Like, I was kind of freaking out, so I didn't even notice anything.
That would have been my first red flag.
Well, my first red flag was he walked up to me. He's like, "What's good?" And then the second thing he says, how long are the rounds?
Oh, God.
And I was like, dude, like, that's kind of where I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I was like, 2 minutes. And he's like, oh, all right, like, I'm going to freestyle most of my third. And he just, like, walked into the venue. And I was like, right off the bat, I knew he was dead at that point because, you know, I practiced my dick off. I had all these bars. So, yeah, dude, we battled. I don't know how into that I should get because everyone can just go watch it, but it was pretty embarrassing for him, I suppose.
Well, he started off, it would seem like he was going somewhere. He
had a couple funny bars that I definitely...
He had a line to where, there's something along the lines of the rape thing, how you...
Oh, yeah. I mentioned raping opponents' beloved family members, various family members a lot, and he had a line like, I tried to rape his mom, isn't that funny? She was like, yeah, fuck me, or some shit like that. It was pretty good, dude. Kind of have to watch it, but it was funny.
He progressively kind of slipped into whatever kind of mental state was going on. One of my favorite parts is the clear disdain you can see on young Sketch Menace's face.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Sketch Menace was came up so heroically.
He's got a really good disdain face, so you know when the guy's upset. And he said something. The Wise Guy was just shit in the bed. He was trying to do stand-up at one point. It wasn't rapid. Talking to the crowd. He had a fucking Donatello Ninja Turtle mask on. There's this one point where Sketch is like, time. Nah, bro. You're over it. You're throwing broccoli.
You're throwing broccoli. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Sketch Menace just, came off so, heroically and valiantly in that battle. He was just, he's kind of the method with all the madness going around.
He did the right thing, man, because Wise Guy
he
off
rocked
top
it, bro.
was just acting like a complete idiot, and he had to do that. Otherwise, he would have been mocking kind of the whole match and in the league and shit. So he held it down, man. Shout out to Sketch for that, man.
Shouts to Wise Guy too, man. I mean, we're cracking on him here and shit, but I'm sure we can all relate to mental
Wise
issues.
Guy's probably my favorite battler in town, bro. Like, well, he was anyway.
We hope the best for Mr. James, and fucking show those mental demons who's boss like Cutter does every fucking day of my life. The last conversation I had with him was fucking bonkers, man. This fool called me up talking about he wanted to make me into a fucking action figure and shit, and I was just like, even my weird ass, I couldn't fucking get my head around it. So I was just like, all right, man, let's let this stay up, dude. I hope you fucking deal with whatever this is, man. But,
he said the same thing to me, bro. He texted me at around 3 in the morning, shortly after the battle, and was like, yo, come to the studio. I have an action figure with your name on it.
Wow.
And I kind of like woke up a bit and saw it, and I was like, nah, bro, sorry.
I know, man. Sometimes we just need to break down, go get in that padded room for a sec, and fucking sort it out. Good luck to Wise Guy. It was a good battle. Phillip really fucking shined in that shit. The downside was that the antics of Wise Guy made a little, it made it.
Yeah, well, he was pretty cool. After the battle, he apologized to me outside and shit, and then, but then he kind of started rambling, and he's like, it's okay, bro, like, I knew you were going to body me. It doesn't even matter because I'm about to make, like, stacks off these action figures. And at that point, I could tell that something was, like, seriously wrong, bro.
So you think it's all real? Because I feel like it's just not real, man. Like, I think he's just putting on. But you think it's legit. He's really crazy.
Well, I don't want to, like, air out, like, his personal issues or whatever. But, yeah, I know he's not doing well at all.
Okay.
It's nothing the kid hasn't publicly posted, or I would have never brought that
Oh, yeah?
up.
Well, yeah, I know he's been, like, in and out of the mental hospital, bro, like...
Whatever, I've been there too, man. I know how it is, Wise Guy. Fucking get your shit together, bro. That's your brain.
Hey, man, one thing I want to bring up is you mentioned that you were outside, before your battle practicing, and I think that's important for, battlers that are, coming up. I found that that's, like, you got to do that almost, man. Like, I remember the one battle I didn't do that. I fucking blanked out, and it was the only time I choked, that Battle of the Zay. I was just smoking and chilling with my brothers the whole time until my battle came up. And I even saw other battlers like Lex D and Deadman. These dudes are outside, like, rehearsing and shit. So that shit's important, right?
Yeah, that's funny that you say that, bro. Like, the one battle that I lost out of, like, my 5, I was, like, kind of cocky that day. I was drinking all day, so I know exactly what you mean, bro. Like, it's important.
Maleko knows this firsthand. The only battle I've ever choked in and had to freestyle was the only battle that I had, like... Remember, bro, that when I choked against Remedy, and we fucking drove over to Fresno together, me and Maleko, and I was spitting all 3 rounds just fucking perfect, bro. When I get in there, and I fucking forgot my 3rd fucking round. And luckily...
That's mental, though. That's
the only battle that's ever been taken down too off a channel, and not by my doing, just by some weird fucking behind the scenes shit. So I can't complain. But yeah, I choked once because of that. There's this just natural trigger in me, bro, to where I fucking know it's safe to stop practicing, and I just almost do it without even fucking thinking about it. But Phillip Solo, man, he's doing things. I fully co-sign him. He's going to be on my Me and Mr. Gray's For Fuck's Sake album. We assigned him a character on the album, and that character is AIDS. So look forward to that.
It fits me perfect, too, bro. It's like this suburban, like, cocky, like, squawking fucking, you know what I mean? It's a good fit.
It's good. It was perfect for you. Somehow we rounded that topic off to you, and it worked out good. So, Phillip Solo and me were watching Total Slaughter the other day.
Yes, we were.
Total shit show.
He kept sending me all these shitty links until we finally found a good link.
I did my best today.
Able to watch it. No, you got it, bro. I mean, I don't have any ties to anyone that could have got me the link, so we had to fucking make do with that shit. So, Big T I enjoyed despite his fuck ups and shit. Mook killed Lux, but had some really corny lines, but still somehow beasted.
Dude, don't even tell me that you thought the hypocritical bar sucked, because that bar like made my life, bro.
Yeah,
that was an amazing bar.
It was a good bad bar. If we're talking bad bar,
it was an amazing bar. Anyway, that is, man.
T-Rex, I know Philip's a huge fan of. T-Rex is just T-Rex.
Mediocre.
Whatever. I don't know. T-Rex is good, but God, man, I just can't digest his face. I don't know, or his mannerisms. I'm just really, I just don't like his face. Daylight, I'm sorry, but Daylight could do fucking no wrong in my eyes.
Oh, best round of that event was the Daylight's third.
I'm a fucking fan of Mind fucking battle rap on some Andy Kaufman shit. And Daylight.
How do you call that the best round of the event, bro? Just playing devil's advocate.
He said absolutely nothing. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Spawn fan, but from what I gather, like he acted out an aspect of the Spawn story. So I guess the Spawn character is overran by this suit, and there's some kind of schizophrenia disorder.
Does it happen at a corporate hip hop event?
No.
Why?
No, but I think that's the whole thing. He wanted us to think that that all this greatness that he was doing was going to lead up to just some fucking magnum opus, and then it's like, nope, fuck you, and then like whatever he's going to do back out or whatever. But it's just like Daylight really is a character, man, to the point where you don't know what to fucking believe. So you're just gonna have to fucking, the guy pulled his dick out and made like fucking hundreds of people leave a venue, bro. Like you can't put any of this shit past the dude at this point. I think he's in a place where he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and right now, that is fucking our minds.
People always call Cadillac the G.G. Allen of battle rap, but man, like Daylight has taken that title recently, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, two different aspects. I mean, you're not going to see Daylight shoot up electrolytes or anything, but fucking, I remember I made a post about I wanted to burn my pubes in a battle, which I still want to do.
Oh, God.
And I know Daylight didn't do it, but still somehow he chimed in on the thread and said he did it already. So maybe he did it in his mind, or he just did it at his home or something.
That sounds like something Daylight would do, just like sitting in his living room and he has like nothing to do and he's like, all right.
Favorite pastime of mine, really. We got kicked out of a party once, and we moved the party to their front yard, in which I was burning my pubes, and everyone seemed very entertained.
Dude.
But yeah, and then we have the Joe Budden. Wait, what did I?
Stop my time. Stop my time.
Stop my time. I just dropped
dude.
a mediocre bar. Stop.
God, man.
He fucking sucks, dude.
I was telling Philip, the moment that Hollow mentioned that it sounded like Joe was reading off a page, and that's where he lost. Even though the Hollow, I wasn't expecting that Hollow at all. I was expecting Hollow just to completely crush him. Budden had some dope bars, but it just kind of goes to show how good of a mixtape studio fucking rapper you are, or someone who used to battle in hallways back in the fucking days when things were nothing like they are now. You can't just jump into this format and fucking... At least Joe Budden couldn't, man. And I've been saying for fucking years since they were doing this cannabis thing, the alternatives to who they could have fucking put on in these positions that would at least fucking took it more serious and like did it justice. Someone like fucking Chino Excel, someone like fucking Killer Priest.
I thought Budden didn't get bodied. What do you guys think?
I don't think he got bodied. I think he just kind of bodied himself at the end. Like, what a great time! What a great time to expose how much of a fucking prick you are. Right there, you got fucking, you got your fucking. Where was that? That was in New York, right?
New York, yeah.
Yeah.
You got your fucking goddamn state fucking booing you and shit because you're acting like a fucking diva. Stop time, fucking threatening that you're not gonna fucking rap, putting down mics and shit. Like, what a fucking fucked up note to end on, dude.
I didn't get the pay-per-view, man, and I was more like, I want to support the culture and this and that, but I got the Bola pay-per-view instead, and I was like, I'm not getting 2 pay-per-views, dude, back to back. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. Well, I was fully down to buy the Total Slaughter pay-per-view. I had my fucking credit card. I was sitting there, and it wasn't working. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're not going to work, I'm going to fucking watch it illegally. Fuck off, and prepare better next time, right? Like,
yeah, it's not kicking the butt, so we're not biting from the hand that feeds.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, man, real quick, Phillip, are you planning any Fresh Coast appearances, man?
Dude, fucking talk to Lush, bro. Like, you might be, like, a bit hard-pressed to get me, like, flowing out right now, but I think once this next battle with Resurrect, a.k.a. the piece of human shit, drops, I think people will, be down to fly me out, bro. These bars are pretty fucking crazy that I got.
Nice.
I agree. Yeah, we're going to get him out in the Fresh Coast at some point if I have to fucking, campaign to make that.
Well, bro, I'm trying to quit battle rap soon, and Joe's trying to like keep me in. No, I'm not. Why? I didn't say anything. I would change my mind if I got offered a flight to the Fresh Coast. You don't even have to pay me anything, bro.
Well, it's a win-win for me because if you quit, like I said, you're gonna just write all my name flips and fucking you're gonna write all my material basically. But no. We'll chip away at that for now. Yeah, you feel that way for now, but when it comes, dude, Uncle Joe will put the clamps on you, and you'll be fucking still battling. I know you're a fucking hometown sensation and everything, but the battling needs you, and you kind of need it too.
Who's your favorite Canadian up-and-comer, real quick, before we end this episode, bro?
What's that one dude, man? I was peeping out the other day that was fucking dope. Billy Shakes. That guy's dope.
Yeah, bro. Billy Shakes. Shout out to Billy Shakes, bro. Fucking look up Billy Shakes' One Prove Yourself battle. It's really tight. And besides that, I like Me a lot. I'm pretty cool. I like Cody the Catch. Yeah, man. Can we call Sketch Menace an up-and-comer? Because he used to suck so bad, and now he's like
he started
shit,
over.
Bro.
Yeah, Sketch got
started over, bro. He turned the page.
Yeah, I'm proud of Sketch, man, and his mean face.
Yeah, he went to battle rap rehab or something, and they taught him the way.
Bro. Yeah, I'm proud of Sketch, man. He's gotten really better. That battle with Soul was really good.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard a little bit of his Lavos material, and it's fucking amazing, bro. It's like hilarious.
Well, I'm all for Lavos dying, sure.
Thanks for joining us, bro. I appreciate it, man, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
You.
We support you on the You Know Who's Dope show.
I support you guys. That's fucking awesome, bro. Have me back anytime.
We'll have you back, dude, when we need to freshen up on those rape bars and all that stuff. Always a pleasure, my little brother, my little
likewise.
Phillip Solo. Make sure you check his shit out.
Good shit, bro.
I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, take care, you too.
All right, man. Peace.
All right.
Peace out.
Hey, Joe.
Dave.
Man, what a fucking epic episode this was, man.
It was a good show. We had really well-spoken people on, and, we covered a few facts and cliff notes. Episode 6.
Yeah, that's a wrap, man, on that.
We're going to make sure everyone that was mentioned, gets notified with this, and we're going to start putting more energy into getting more subscribers. Thanks to everyone that's hung in with us. Me and Maleko's schedules are crazy. Him being a real estate agent and me being a cat magician. It could be very conflicting at times. So basically we just get together when we can and have three-way phone conversations with people that we think are dope and need that extra push. So everyone maybe help us share the page. Go fucking subscribe. At least get us to a decent point where this could start making a dent in things. If not, we're still going to do it. Who's dope. Fresh Coast, Maleko, Joe Cutter.
Yeah.